Good afternoon from Snowmageddon headquarters here in Chicago. I'm Douglas Trapasso, and this is 4 Minute Wine for Sunday, February 1st, 2015. So if you saw the first episode last week, you know what this is all about. It's going to be a little bit of wine news and some commentary and some highlights of wine events coming up in Chicago for the week. So this will be for the week ending February 7th, 2015. And finally, some viewer questions. Well, this is only episode 2, so we don't have any questions yet, but I will give you, I'll do this right now, give you the links for how you could reach me if you have any questions about wine. So these are the same ones I showed last week. Demi Love is my Twitter handle. ChicagoPinot@gmail.com is my email. And I also added my Pinterest link this week. I'm starting to do a little bit with Pinterest. I added a couple of pins this morning to my new board there called Sommelier Dreams. So let's get started with a thank you, because like I said, I had no questions this week. Carrie Sanderson, one of my Facebook friends, sent me some great tips about Skype interviews, which I've never had one, but this is kind of like a Skype interview, me talking with you like this and uploading it to YouTube. So thank you, Carrie. I'll be reading through those tips and trying to incorporate them as much as I can in these videos. So the big piece of news I want to share with you this week is the Jackson family wines. They bought out one of the iconic Pinot Noir producers, which is Siduri and Novy. They're both made by Adam and Driana Lee. So after about 20 years in the business, they have sold to a bigger company. And the reason why I put this up as a big story this week, it is they are legendary Pinot makers. And one of the things that I'd love to talk with you about, either we could talk about it next week on the show or talk about it during the week on Facebook or through email, is when a favorite wine of yours has changed owners or changed winemakers, if it's really affected the wine for you. I am still a pretty newbie to all things wine, so I haven't been able to develop a fondness for one particular wine and then see it change owners or winemakers. So I'd love to see your experience in dealing with that. So that's the big piece of news this week. Now I'm going to give you a couple of highlights of upcoming events in Chicago. I will be volunteering next Saturday at a really special event downtown. It is the Lyric Opera of Chicago Wine Auction. They only do it every 3 years, so this is a really special event, a major fundraiser for them. I did an interview with the chairperson of the event this week for my Chicago Pinot 2.0 blog, and I will link to that in the YouTube notes today. Also, if you cannot afford a price for that ticket, I think it's $1,000. There are a couple of other events at a little smaller price point coming up this week. The Vinic Wine Company in Evanston, a really fun, cute wine store right off the Purple Line, is doing one of their, not monthly class, I think Sandeep does these twice a month, where he picks a different wine region, and we kind of talk about it. It's not really a lecture format. It's a little bit of just conversation and tasting, and we had a really good turnout. The first one I went to in January, even though it was snowing like this outside, we still got a good turnout, about 15 people. So that is Wednesday, February 4th, 6 p.m. It's $20. You can reserve in advance, but usually you can just pay on the day of. Another great event the next night at Plum Market in Old Town is having a tasting in class. They are calling, let me check my notes here, the Lesser Known Mediterranean. So they're going to be pouring and sharing notes about wines from Corsica and Greece and Sardinia and Lebanon. I don't think I've ever had a Lebanese wine before, so I'm going to try to make both of those events this week. So if you see me, or if you see me Saturday working at the Lyric Opera benefit, please introduce yourself and say hello, and and stay in touch that way. So I'm going to show the links, my email links one more time. And I'm going to sign off now and get ready for the Super Bowl. I'm picking Seattle. I have some Washington wine to watch the game with, and we'll see what happens there. So that's it for 4-Minute Wine, and check out the links that I give you in the show notes, and I will see you next week.